Okay, hello, people. And away we go.
People believe that the paranormal and science are separate. But what they don't know, that they are both joined together as one. Join Ben and Louisa on their quest as they bring together science, occult, and the paranormal. Only on Occult, History, and Science with Ben and Lou.
Hey guys, it's me. I'm gonna say this straight off the mark, guys. You're gonna have to bear with me. I'm in a hell of a lot of pain at the minute. And I've just dropped some tablets before coming on. I've got slip discs in my back, and one of them decided to go the other day, so I'm a bit in agony, to put it bluntly. So if I end up staring off into oblivion, it's because my back's shifted. So what have we got? Hello, Jacko. How we doing, Andrew? Hello, Debbie. Hello, Emma. Nico, you're right. So, obviously today's show, we're going to carry on with the 72 Solomon demonics. Obviously, we've covered the kings now. If anyone wants to see that bit on the kings, if you go back some couple of episodes, you'll see that we were talking about the kings then. How are we all doing, everyone? Sorry, just getting more people coming on. Evening, Natasha. Evening, Kate. Jacko, bloody hell, get well. So, cheers, mate. It's something I don't think it'll ever heal. I've got one split disc in the middle of the spine, and then I've got two up at the top of my neck. So, I've got to be really careful what I do now. But yeah, so we was covering the 72. We did the Kings. Like I said, if anyone wants to watch them, go back a couple of episodes. You can rewatch the Kings there. If anyone has any questions, please feel free to pull up as normal. Any paranormal questions, any occult questions, throw them up and we'll do the best we can to answer them. Do we have chiropractor? There's not a lot they can do with my slip discs. I've just got to learn to live with them, especially ones top of my spine. So today we are going to be covering, as we move further down, we're now on what's known as the Dukes, which is the second ranking system down from the Kings. So we've got the Kings, the Dukes, and we're going to obviously step further down each and every one. So let's dive into it. So first one being Admodius. Sorry guys, Admodius. Sorry, I keep looking up and seeing different comments. I'm still waiting for your knowledge in your head. It's I wish it was, mate, but no, it's from reenacting and stuff like that, from doing stunt work for fighting and heavy lifting at work. Doesn't pay. So guys, look after your health and always look after your back. So Asmodeus, not to be confused with Asmodeus, which was another name for Asmodee. Asmodeus, this is going off the Wikipedia, so obviously you guys can find this information quite easily. This is the stereotypical one, and then I will add relative information out of one of my books. So, as 29 legions of demons and spirits under his command, he is depicted as a human with claws instead of hands and feet, the head of a unicorn, and a trumpet to symbolize his powerful voice. Amdus is accompanied with thunder. It has been said that his voice is heard during storms. In other sources, he is accompanied by the sound of trumpets when he comes and will give answer if commanded. But whilst all of his types of musical instruments can be heard, they cannot be seen. He is regarded as being the demon in charge of the music that is played in hell. He can make trees bend at will. Sounds a bit weird with him, but stretching out beyond that knowledge, I obviously go into more the occult side of the occult side of understanding. He's basically depicted as being the king of wind elements, wind elementals. So if we dive into my book has got a bit more knowledge in that you find on the web. We've got him here down as he's known to be a member of the kingship of air elementals, and is known to appear in thunderstorms. This is known as the only time that you can actually summon this demonic, is you would get his seal during the thunderstorm, and the amount of electrical energy obviously from that thunderstorm would help bring him across. There's not much known on what he teaches. However, I think over the years of studying and known for occultology, we've all sort of come to that's the dog. Come to the understanding that he's basically in charge of storms and can teach you musical instruments. That's the best thing. What we got here? Hello, Bonnie. Nice to see you. Hi, everyone in the chat. Those little rabbits, 3 feet spirits with the big teeth. What kind of spirits are they? Are you on about the ferals that we go on about? Either the ferals or the lynxes. They're usually about 4 foot, more animalistic than anything else. Is it a blood moon tonight? I don't know. Is the moon red tonight?
Couldn't see it.
Very nice. Not sure on that one, Kate. I don't think it is blood moon yet, but it depends where you are. Depends on if it's a blood moon or not. Have a look at the moon, and if it's got a slight red tint to it, then it's a blood moon. It's to do with obviously light refraction. Hope you have a fast recovery, Ben. I have a question. That's fine. Honestly, guys, I appreciate the remarks on health. It's just the moon was a bit pinkish. The moon was a bit pinkish last night. So yeah, it would have been blood moon last night. So yeah, you'd still see the effect of a blood moon today. I have a question. Can demons possess an object, place, or just people? I know it's Hunter's moon, yeah. So Hunter's moon, or not. I don't know about blood moon. Blood moon on a Hunter's moon is considered a very bad omen. Very bad omen.
It should have a subtly seasonal orange hue, apparently.
Yeah. Subtly, the dog's going a bit crazy at the minute because someone's been letting off fireworks. So, oh, shut up. Shush, baby. Demons possess objects and places. Yeah, you can get an attachment object. A lot of people think that attachments are just either demons or spirits. But again, as we try to stress on this channel, not all demons are bad. Not all spirits are good. There's angels. Not all angels are good. It's all down to basically good and evil only exists within the human mind. I kind of explains it. Lou is here with us, guys.
I've just been making pack ups and bringing the washing in.
I say.
Fun stuff.
She is here. Come closer.
Oh, we've got a barrier of cushions.
I know we've got barrier cushions. I say, guys, I know I'm a bit spaced at the minute. It's just because the tablet's kicking in. So Lou is here to help me out today, as always. Because let's face it, I'm completely lost sometimes without being sat next to him. So yeah, demons can possessed places, you'll mainly find that they are. What's wrong with the dogs going crazy again? You mainly find that not demons as we know them, more what's known as ferals, which are the animalistic spirits that obviously get mistaken for demons. They usually hide in abandoned buildings, woodlands, or that sort of place. So yeah, I hope that kind of puts answers your question a bit. As for people, you can get attachments, yeah, but it's not necessarily a demon. It could just be a really pissed off person spirit. If that makes sense. I hope that kind of answers it. If it doesn't, let me know. Jacko saying hello, Lou. I'm so happy I didn't miss the show. You're right, so selfish. Nice to see you. I don't think we've seen you in a while. So yeah, that was the first demon we was talking about before then. That was on the Dukes. Dogs going a bit crazy, guys. So. She's literally going bonkers, and I don't know why.
The show's after the break.
Probably not. I barely know what time it is. No. Is she alright? She's going a bit. I think the fireworks might have disturbed the dog a bit too much. Just to say that. Oh, got response back here. Sorry, guys. Let me just quickly flick through. So one from. I've always thought about demons as a really intelligent and powerful beings. So I don't understand why they would possess someone or something. They are. If you look upon certain descriptions, they are beyond our level. So they are the sort of spiritual entities or the next level up. When it comes to possessing people, the word possession is used. It's a strange way of using it because they won't possess them. It's to do with energy flow in the body. So you may have positive energy flow. They would use that positive energy flow to help them stay within this realm and kind of understand what I mean. Same with a negative. They will use a battery and a lifeline to this side. For them to step downwards in an energy frequency, they need that, and the energy frequency at that level to maintain. So it's the same as when you've got an appliance that works off 110 volts, and the main electrical supply is 240 volts. It's that step down they're doing. They're stepping from the 240 down to the 110. The energy they're getting is more, so it lasts a bit longer for inadvertently the battery's going to run out. So that's where you get this side effect. People say, "Oh, I'm possessed." It's when they are drawn down energy-wise and they all shattered. When you're absolutely shattered and tired and everything, that's when, in a sense, that's where the idea of possession comes from. Sorry about this, guys. We don't know what's going wrong with the dog. She's having a bit of an issue, bless her. Selfish. I find it weird the high rank demons are in America. Our ruler is called a president. See, the president is one of the lowest rankings going. That's the weird thing. Well, obviously, this is from a ranking system. This ranking system was derived in the I think it was 1400s when this first ranking system appeared. Up until then, they never really had a ranking. It was just like kings, the next in charge, and that was it. And then it worked down. It was only then when they started establishing more ranking system to it, obviously with more studying, while they developed this more intense ranking system. Because president wasn't really ever heard of until a certain time, then it got fed in. Because it was kings, it was kings, dukes, knights, servants, and so on and so on. And then it all got changed as more like universal terms came in. Like, for example, president didn't come in till later on, and that replaced certain other terms. And this is a ranking system that's the names were always changing. And the only thing that stayed true was kings at the top. I'll go, thank you for the answer. Answered it perfectly. I will have to learn more about pharaohs and mimics because I don't know a clue what they are. The thing with pharaohs and mimics is you will only really hear of them mentioned on this channel because Occultology is literally the only place you ever hear mimics and pharaohs covered. Because a lot of people just stick to it's a demon and that's it. I will do you a show, Nico, on pharaohs and mimics. I'll do a show for everyone so they understand the terminology on that one. And hopefully that might help you all out a little bit more. Quite happy to cover that. I'm just catching up with the comments. So sorry about your back, Ben. Hope the tablets work while it passes. Isn't so inflamed. It's not inflamed. It's just it likes to shift either side of my spine, which can put me in absolute agony. That's the only difference. Emma, thank you. That's all right. Nico, that would be great. That's okay. Oh, Bonnie, that would be good. Thank you. But I'm clueless with pharaohs and the like. A lot of people are because let's face it, when you a quick burst into pharaohs, when you watch a show, say Ghost Adventure, for example, they walk in a room, something attacks them, it's instantly a demon. It's not. Pharaohs are animalistic spiritual creatures. They're entities. They can be classed as elementals as well. They exist in abandoned buildings, same as you get like when you go in an abandoned building, you get pigeons and stuff like that. These are creatures that obviously exist outside our own sight. Lou just sent me something right in the middle of my show, which I can't see in the comments.
It's like when we're talking about her getting stressed and stuff.
Sorry.
What did it all remember?
Sorry, baby. So lost where I was going. Lost where I was going.
You're on about pharaohs.
Pharaohs, yeah.
Things like different and whatnot.
You will notice that when TV shows and they get scratches, it's usually because they've gone in a room. There is a pharaoh there, which they will shout demon. And you'll notice that they are literally blocking the only exit out of that room is when they get attacked. So it's the same as if you get a cat or something in a room. You block the way out. If you block the only exit, it's gonna get through you, and it doesn't care. It wants to get out, so it's gonna scratch you. It's gonna bite you. It's gonna attack you, just to get past you. So hopefully that explains a little bit on the pharaohs. I will get into more on them at a later date for everyone. So hopefully that kind of explains it a bit there for you, Bonnie. When people get scratched, they always say demons. Yeah, they always say demons, but like I say, it's because they don't understand pharaohs. Pharaohs are a mixture. You get what's known as pharaohs and lessers, and they're a mixture within Occultology. I'd say
People don't want to look into it, do they?
No.
On these shows and stuff, they're just like, it's either a human spirit or it's a demon.
Yeah.
That's it, there's nothing else.
as we always say on this page, the word demon, you slap demon to it, it sells. That's all it is, demon sells. But it's a load of rubbish. Like I say, I'll do a show on pharaohs for everyone at some point, so you can know the difference. This is the pup. This is the dog. It has to be inside. Quite happy?
Oh, no.
Yeah. You done? Yes. Okay. Can you tame a feral like making a stray dog like type? Like you type of a deal. You can't so much. There is ancient scriptures that do teach you how to tame these ferals, but it is not advised at all when it comes to occultology because it just backfires like mad.
Particularly to particularly wild ones.
Yeah,
You do get some that get used to like investigators being around.
Yeah.
And they kind of play a bit and interact in more of a friendly way because they kind of are used to it and they've not got quite so territorial.
well, I'll just leave that question up. You imagine taking a wild animal and trying to tame it, like straight out of the wild, and you try and tame it.
You can build up slow interaction. And that's only if it's not displaying aggressive behavior to begin with.
The best example to show of how you would not necessarily tame it, but get used to them being, because I know people that have got them in the house and they're quite used to them there. You watch sort of how wildlife documentaries are done, where the people go in and they will slowly build up the trust with these animals before they get closer and closer and closer and closer and into the pack. That's the sort of thing you're doing. And all that time, you need to remember that these spirits, in a sense, we've got documentation of them attacking. They will attack you and they will rip you to pieces. Not as in kill you, but they will rip your skin to pieces. So we mainly, in cultology, we mainly say just live and let live. Don't get interfere with them. Same as when you go to a haunted location, the spirits there, always say to them, thank you for your time. That's it. Always show a level of respect. It's that sort of way. Hopefully that answers your question there a bit. Oh, she is gorgeous. She seems to be calming down now quite more now. Yeah, she is doing. She's relaxed now a bit more. She's just, I don't know what's up with her. Well, you had a look,
There were
didn't you?
fireworks going off. And then when I was bringing the washing in, she was barking up a tree.
No.
But yeah, she's calming back down again. But that's why I think just sent you that link quickly to get some calming things just so we are ready for fireworks.
Yes, we're ready for fireworks because both me and the dog don't have fireworks. So the next demonic guy. Hi, Christina. Seen you pop up and have a look down. The next one down the list, we've got how these tablets are probably
Agars. Agars or agrius? Agars.
They are agars. Oh, sorry, Jack, I didn't see your question, mate. I'm just doing that. Does a witch's familiar have to be a dead animal? Is it the familiar already dead? And the witch pulls it from the spirit world. As far as I'm aware, I've never heard of a witch's familiar being dead already. It's usually a cat. Either a cat.
A live cat.
Yeah, usually a live cat. It's usually a live cat. The reason people use cats is because it stems back to the Egyptian belief that cats are protectors of the underworld. And let's face it, cats literally do have 9 lives. Which is a shame because we lost ours at Thursday. Thursday. We lost our little Mr. Furball, Bear, the big forest cat. But yeah, they're half and half. So they exist in this realm and the next realm, which usually means, like I say, they have 9 lives. But yeah, I'd lost where I was going then. Yeah, you're right. So yeah, the reason black cats were used as familiars is it's just one of them things. You have to remember in the time that the witch trials were going on, if a black cat walked past you, you were taken out, and either hung, or you were bloody dunked, or every mannerism of way of killing you was done to you to prove whether you was a witch or not. Read it, my pup has already started with fireworks. Yeah, I know they've started around here. Okay, saying that was a good question, Jack. It was a very good question. What happened to those talking talking dogs the witches had from Pendle Witches. No one ever found out what happened to him. Same as the case with I can't remember his name, but he was known as the son of Sam. His next door dog was supposed to have been possessed by the devil and was talking to him. It's one of them weird things with occultology. Everyone's supposed to have an animal. Weird as it is, you look back at every, well, not every, but quite a lot of cases of demonic hauntings and stuff like that. It's usually an animal involved, usually either a dog or a cat. Although there is that funny story of Ozzy Osbourne coming off drugs because a cow told him to F off. So you never know. You never know. Sorry for your loss. It's okay. We've sort of, I think the girls are handling it a bit harder than me. But since we've got the pub, at least the house doesn't feel as empty. Thanks for answering. That's all right, Jack. Jack, that's fine. So the next one. How? Can't even. What'd you say?
You
How,
want me to?
for some reason,
Is it?
yeah, it's just tablets.
Yeah.
They really are wacky.
So on number 2, I got.
Yeah.
Ruling the eastern zone of hell and being served by 31 legions of demons, he can make runaways. I was going to say, he can make runaways come back and those who stand still run. Finding pleasure in teaching immoral expressions, he also has the power to destroy dignities, both temporal and supernatural. He is depicted as a pale old man riding a crocodile.
Oh, that's that one. Sorry, guys. Struggling a little bit. So yeah, that's his description that you find on Wikipedia. Please have you.
Have your eyes checked?
It's not that, Christine. It's I've dropped some painkillers before I come on because I've got split discs in my back and one of them has decided to go. So I've had some cocodamol, but cocodamol, although it kills the pain, it screws my head a bit.
And Bon's telling you to get to bed. Don't worry, he will be.
I will be. Don't worry, guys. When it comes close to this time of doing this show, I don't want to disappoint you lot. So I'm going to try my hardest to keep going.
He's stubborn.
Yes, I'm very stubborn. As Lou was just saying, that was the description of what they give on Wikipedia. However, when it comes to Occultology, we have him as Master of Languages, both written and spoken, and will help with translations if a deal is made and agreed under the power of the East. Grants title by he was granted the title by Ball and by Ball's permission. So when obviously Occultology teachings, he is a master linguistics. I always say master of linguini. So I've actually done that properly this time. I actually put master of legit. I screwed it up now. He's basically the master of languages. He's been known throughout occultology history, so the ancient history and stuff like that, as being one of the great teachers of languages. He's known. Sorry, guys. He's known to help people when it comes to that sort of thing. However, again, as it says in there, he's also a deal breaker. Deal broker. I think it's the word I'm looking for, not deal breaker. He's a broker, so he is one of the demons that is known throughout history as being called upon to make deals with. He is one of the main dukes for making deals with. However, we know from when we're going to the king, now it's as the master. Master Linguini. I know, I said it once in front of a full lecture hall, and they all just sort of looked at me going out with smiles, and I went, "Look, I'm sorry, I always say that wrong word." But yeah, he is the main broker for deals, as we found out with the Kings, where it was BLS. Obviously, being apprised as the devil. We noticed as you go down the rank system, there's always one who is in Kings, who is in charge of making deals for that. ranking system. So that's that one. The next one is Valfar, who is, as it says here again, is a Duke of Hell. He tempers people to steal. He tempts people to steal and is in charge of good relationships amongst thieves. Valfar is considered a good familiar by his associates (brackets) till they are caught in the trap (close brackets). He commands 10 legions of demons. He is represented as a lion with the head of a man, or as a lion with the head of a donkey. Again, this is a bit of a weird one because he is actually known in the Middle East, was known in the Middle East during the 12th century all the way up to about
That's your reflection.
17th century. He was regarded as the main person in charge of like thieves guilds, stuff like that. Great raiders and stuff like that in the Middle East always used to have a token of him, and they used to pray to him for good luck when it came to obviously doing stealing raids and stuff like that. I don't think so much now. The modern age is caught up, but I do know people that do still make offerings to him. So again, very nice. Going into our book, we find in here that Welfare was an ambassador to many groups and orders until 1904. After helping, I hate to mention his name, but he was one of the demons that was said to have helped Aleister Crowley. When we go into Aleister Crowley, obviously we know, we've spoken about on this channel about how his work is cursed. So are the demons that were said to have helped him. They are classified as being cursed ones. These are ones that are outside the brackets and basically blacklisted as you keep an eye on them, you don't accept any deals from them, and they're on, the weird as it sounds, they're known as having bad standing with other spiritual entities and demonics and stuff like that. It's a bit of a weird one, that is. So the next one after that is Barbazzo. Barbazzo is an earl and a duke of hell. So there's two different ranking systems. Ruling 30 legions of demons and having 4 kings as his companions in his legions. Not on about kings of the hierarchy, it's a different sort of kings. This is where it starts getting a bit more complicated. He gives the understanding of the voice of animals, says past, future, what's that word, baby?
Conciliates.
Conciliates friends and rulers, and he can lead men to hidden treasures that have been hidden by an enchantment of magicians. His name seems to derive from Latin, the Barbatus, bearded old man, philosopher. He's mentioned in the Lesser Keys of Solomon. Now, the thing with him is, now this is where it gets a little bit complicated because this is the first time I'm going to bring this up. When you look on here with the demonology stuff, it states that he's literally just a demon, blah, 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 blah. However, when you break him down and actually take his name, cross-reference it with other books that you see in Occultology, Barbazzo is a former member of the Angelic Order of Virtue, understands all languages of animals, is a brilliant teacher of magical science and other science, can and will talk for days about the past, is known to appear in libraries, museums as an elderly man. That's the difference. he is one of the first ones that appears that isn't actually demonic, but is actually classified as a fallen angel. This is where, like we say, the difference comes. Everyone assumes that this ranking system that exists of demons is literally just demons. As we found out with the kings, all the kings are ancient gods. As we set into other things, just with the first four that we've talked about, Abdus is literally in charge. He's an elemental king. So he's not really classed as a demon. He's an elemental king in charge of the wind. Barbat. So I'm saying this slow, so don't screw it up. Again, first appearing as a fallen angel. So this is the first fallen angel that appears in this ranking system. It's weird from there on in. You start to notice more things start to not fold in so well with the whole demons. What from Jack? Talk about this one won't aggravate the spirits in this castle, will it? No, you'll be fine, Jack. You'll be fine, honestly, mate. If it gets too bad, just drink some water. Honestly, you know that by now. No, you'll be fine where you are, mate. So that's obviously that's that one. That's where I've gone. To be honest, guys, I think I'm gonna give it a rest because I can't focus with my head at the minute. I'm sorry, guys. I know it's cutting it short, but my head's really starting to struggle, and these tablets are really starting to kick in a bit. I'm sorry to let you all down. I'm struggling really badly, guys. And let's say if you've got any questions, feel free to fire any questions up. Or
I think it's just staring at you after printing it because it's
yeah,
so bright.
There's so many words on it that my brain.
Don't look at the screen.
We'll leave the demons there at number 4. So we'll leave that there. I'm quite happy to take any questions at the minute. So
I think it's staring at the bright.
Yeah,
it's not helpful, is it?
So we've got one here from is it true that demons appear when the sun is in certain zodiac signs? It is to do with more the energy flow that we've seen. Obviously, when we get different zodiac signs, or the sun can sort of get. My brain's starting to go. Sorry. It's to do with different light refraction. So when the sun is in a certain point, it can interact with different elements that exist within the atmosphere. So obviously you get stuff like oxygen, nitrous oxide, all that sort of stuff that exists within the actual atmosphere air. Again, as you go up as well through the stratosphere, the higher up atmospheres, stuff like that, you get different cascades of different elements that can create this sort of cocktail of different energy frequencies. Same as you get with neon light. You put certain elements into a neon light, you get different frequencies. These different frequencies do have the ability to make certain breaks within the veil. We've seen throughout centuries that certain people will come through, certain demonics will come through. There is actually a table that shows what elements you need to call on which spirits at which time and which sort of time of the day kind of thing.
Like baking a cake.
Yeah.
You put the right ingredients in all at the right time and at the right temperature, boom, you get a nice cake. It's same with like the energy frequencies, the right mixture of energy frequencies, and they can create your demon cake.
Yeah. These different energy frequencies act like area phone numbers as well. So if you want a demon from a certain area, you use a different phone number. In this case, you use a different element. One. Hopefully that answers that one. No worries. Hope you're feeling better. I hope you feel better. So, I'm sorry about this, guys. It's just my brain can't focus at the minute with these tablets. apologise. You haven't let us down, Ben. Get some rest. Will do. Thank you, Ben. Really appreciate it. You haven't let us down. I always do feel like I let you guys down though when I'm a bit like this. It's just tablets proper kicked in. It's all cool, brother. Sorry, Rob, missed yours. Feel bad. Cheers, mate. Feel bad. Has there ever been any records of demons being used by royal family or American presidents or just other people in power? Now, that is a very, very, very good question. I'm going to answer it with just a small part. If you look in history, Queen Elizabeth I, for example, he had a spiritual advisor. Now, this gentleman was called John Dee. Now, John Dee was renowned as being the father of occultology within the Western world. Between him and a gentleman called Kelly, they basically created a lot of occultology that we see now through study and having access to other things. Now, there was obviously everything around before then, but let's just say they were the more renowned members. So, coming that forward to a modern day, every royal family in the world has a spiritual like guide in a sense, someone that deals with the spiritual side of sport. The royal family is no exception. Neither is the president in America. Every single government has one of these, what's known as spiritual advisors, at all times. Putin has one, even though he's in the situation he is. Everyone has these. They belong to what's known as different religious orders. And I'm not talking about Freemasons or the Illuminati or anything like that. This is another thing that exists outside, beyond that comparison. Now, one of the big and most famous orders in the world going still, and has been since the beginning, is what's known as the Brotherhood of the Snake. They've been going since the first founding of Christianity. Before then, there were other orders going. Still are other orders going. A little bit of homework for you guys. If you want to go look these up, go look them up. There is a lot more than just the Order of the Snake. And if anyone finds certain orders, get back to us on that, and I will fill you in more information. But until that point, I can't fill you in any more until you can find it themselves. And on that note, guys, because my back is really starting to hurt, I have to leave it there. Okay, you look very pale. I know I start going quite. When I'm ill, you guys can see it in me. It's quite easy to see. I'm terrible at hiding when I'm ill. Order of the Snake. Yep. Order of the Snake. Order. Yeah, you've got all different animal orders, all that sort of stuff. They existed from the beginning. But I'll leave you with that one, guys. Selfish. Thank you, dude. That's awesome. I forgot about John D and Kelly. Yep. Cheers, Jack. Take it easy. Von, I am going. Yes, Mum. I'm going to go. So, guys, from me, I will see you. I might do a short one in the week just to let you guys all know how I'm doing health wise. But for me, that's me over and done. Have you got divination this week?
Supposed to. I don't know. I don't know if I will, because I'm just getting busy.
Yeah. There may be a divination show in the week, but guys, remember it's getting really close to our wedding, so we have a lot to run off.
And I've got sort of a semi-parents evening thing happening as well this week on Thursday. Yeah. 5 minutes. I've just got to go into the school. Only for 5 minutes. What are they going to tell me in 5 minutes? Yeah, your daughter attends this school. Okay, thank you.
I could tell you a lot in 5 minutes. But yes, thank you guys for all the comments. Obviously, thank you all. I know you tune in week after week, and I really, really, really appreciate it. I know. I'm just trying to justify
Just
because I'm calling it quits
the
early.
end button and then go to bed.
Yeah. So, guys,
Black wedding dress. No, it's not black.
no,
Yeah.
we're going for a normal wedding. So, guys, I'm going to leave you there, and I will see you all in the week. Like I say, I'll do an update on my health just so you guys know. And again, thank you all. You really do make it good to have you all here. That's it from me.